Hello. Welcome to Weird Twins. I wanted to correct the record in a way we didn't mention at all that we were inspired to start this podcast by an astrology reading I had done.
Yeah!
And that's why I played Return of the Mack, because I got an astrology reading from Mackenzie Wollenzien. I should have looked up her name. I just don't know what her last name is, but she's astro.mack or MacDubs across social media platforms, and I just wanted to give her credit, because I don't think we would have done this without her.
Yeah, we loved her encouragement. Her reading was really great. I mean, you did the reading with her, but from what you said, it was really, really great.
Yeah,
and
it was.
I don't know. I don't know that. I think it was like exactly the push we needed.
Yeah, because we had kind of talked about this idea before,
Mm-hmm.
and we just wanted to give her credit. So thank you, Mackenzie.
Yeah, and we also thank her for her continued support of the podcast.
Yeah.
For liking our posts, and I don't know, just like her encouragement. Like, she's been so nice. I don't know. Oh, she's perfect and has no flaws.
Yes, and so, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, because she's like our big, I don't know, she's been our big inspiration to do the podcast.
Yeah, and we thank her for that.
And also, we are going to put Mackenzie's social medias and website in our description, so you can get an astrology reading if you want. Maybe I'll change your life.
Yeah!
Yay!
Maybe you'll start a podcast with your sister.
Yeah!
Unless she says no. Then you have to listen.
No, you don't, because I didn't.
What do you mean?
I did. Well, you said no initially.
No, if Mackenzie says you have to start a podcast, you have to start a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I went along with it pretty right away. I didn't go along with it really super when you said. I mean, I was warming up to the idea, but when Mackenzie
who says no? If Mackenzie says you can't start a podcast, is that what you meant?
No, if Mackenzie says you can't start a podcast, you're not allowed to start a podcast.
Oh, I agree with that. I thought you meant if your sister says she's not willing to do a podcast with you, then you can't do the podcast.
Oh, no, that's wrong. I think you should force her at gunpoint.
Okay, exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page.
No, absolutely. Or you should have Mackenzie convince her, because she convinced me.
Yeah, that literally happened. Because after I told you about it, you were like 100% on board.
Yeah, I was like, well, because I was warming up to the idea, but I was still kind of iffy about it. But I was like, well,
we simply have to.
If our queen says, yeah, who am I to argue?
Yes. Do you have any smells you would like to discuss?
Me smells personally, I kind of, I don't really have any smells so much, but I would like to talk about my t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, you had your outfit. Sorry.
Yeah, my outfit. Really just my t-shirt, not even my full outfit. Actually, I really like these socks. They're from Target. I think they're just like Target brand, and they're very nice socks. They're the only socks I buy now. I can't be more specific than that. Sorry, they're socks, and I like them. But my t-shirt says trash bag on it, and there's like a little picture of a trash bag, and it's from the podcast. The regular podcast is called Love Should Be Multiplied, Not Divided. It's Ace Fanning and Caitlin Fanning. They're husband and wife. They're very funny. You should definitely listen to their podcast. They also have a Patreon. The Patreon is spectacular, but you must listen to the regular podcast first.
Yeah, you have to go through the entire pipeline.
Yeah, you just have to start there and make sure you like it there, because if you don't like it there, you're not going to like the podcast.
No, this is not a joke. This is not like... It's like being like, ooh, we're so edgy, we listen to this top secret podcast. Like, no, you actually, like, we're gatekeeping it for a reason, for your safety.
Yeah, for your safety. But yeah, I have this shirt, and I accidentally got the wrong one. Got an extra small instead of an extra large, so I had to cut off the sleeves and the neck. But I think that adds to the trashiness of it. I really love this t-shirt, that's all. Just wanted to share.
Yay, wonderful. Also,
what other... Oh, I was just going to say, what other smells do we have?
Oh, I realized I forgot to say, I have another important PSA for the beginning of the show, to listen to the T-Pain cover of Never Too Much that I put on our Pride, our Pride post. Yeah. I made a Pride post with that song, and I was very thoughtful. I think it's a really good song for the month of June.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
And then, as far as my personal smells... I had a little trench foot today. Trench foot has not been very bad in general lately. So that's good. I feel like my feet have honestly just been like a regular amount of sweaty, not even really trench foot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of changed because I've been wearing like my compression socks lately, which are a little thinner instead of thicker socks that I wear in the winter. And it's been like warmer than usual. So I think that contributes to it. But the thinner socks helps. Love a compression sock. Yeah.
Very good. Ready to jump in?
I think so. Yeah. We're doing Shameless for this episode.
Did you want to know that?
What?
Did you want to know what show we're watching and what episode?
Oh, yeah, that's not really important. I actually have to talk about my French butt.
Not really any of your business. You're kind of being weird.
You're being really creepy for eavesdropping on us.
But anyways, Shameless Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot is what we're watching on Smell-O-Vision today.
Yay!
Yay!
We were watching the show, and I was like, oh, I actually have a smell comment just to say, like, we should start recording. You were like, yeah, go ahead. The TV's, like, blaring in the background.
Not pausing. For context, I have the remote to pause the TV, and I'm just like, what are they? Go ahead. Start recording.
Share your thoughts. Also, there's, like, sirens blaring, because it's right at the beginning. I just want to say, I feel like the smell of, like, I don't know what gasoline burning smells like, but I feel like the smell of gasoline and, like, snow, I feel like I would love the smell of this. Because there's, like, fresh snow on the ground. And
yeah.
Like, gas. And, like, I like the smell of a fire.
I 100%
I think I would like the smell here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's probably a lot of, like, very heavy, like, garbage smell as well.
But I think the smoke of the car on fire is enveloping it.
And I think the coldness of the outside kind of dampens it down.
Yeah, like crisps it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like when it's hot and like it gets like thick and feels
a lot
like
of the garbage is frozen. Not that it has no smell when it's frozen, but it's significantly dampened.
Yeah.
I don't think it would rain on my parade.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. Okay, so Carl, we're right at the beginning of the show. Literally not even 4 minutes in. I should say what I was talking about before was at the beginning of the pilot, they're all standing around a car burning. That is the context of that. Those smells that I liked. Now we're on to smells I don't like. Carl is wearing a shirt with, like, a ketchup or a sauce stain on it.
Yeah, I think it's, like, ketchup.
Yeah, and Fiona's like, you have a Happy Meal on the front of your shirt. And so she flips it inside out.
And that's going to be so much worse.
Yes.
Because it's going to, like...
It's going to be stinkier. That will be physically uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He's, like, right on the precipice of puberty. You really got to be careful.
Yeah, it's like he's going to get sweaty at recess.
Yeah.
Or he's going to get really sweaty in gym class, and that's going to, like, melt, and it's going to be so nasty.
Yeah, ketchup on your bare skin.
Ew, that's going to give you a rash.
Yeah, that will give you a rash. Oh, I have a rash right now. It doesn't smell or anything, but... But yeah, that's just the first smell that really jumped out at me. The smell of, like, ketchup on a dirty little boy.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And, like, I feel like he's just kind of, like, how you said he's on the precipice of puberty. It's, like, I feel like he's not smelling great now. So, like, you know when puberty gets mixed in, it's not gonna be good.
It's really funky, because even if you're clean during puberty... you smell funky.
We all know. We all been there.
No, hey, well, what if you haven't been there? What if you're in puberty right now? If you're in puberty right now, I'm sorry, you're stinky.
If you're in puberty right now, I don't think you should be listening to our podcast.
Okay, restarting.
We just got into a whole thing. Carl, his smells.
Well, I think we can keep the Carl smells part.
Okay, well, I don't know, whatever. You're doing it. You're editing. I just make the Tic Tacs. Except for you've been making the Tic Tacs, so I don't know. I'm going to be out of a job.
Do you have any other smells for the scene, I guess? I just think Carl is so prominent.
I feel like
and that was a really prominent smell.
Fiona just did the thing where she, like, fills up the milk with, like, some water.
Ooh.
To, like, make it stretch longer, and I feel like their sink smells milky.
Ew. That's really gross.
I'm sorry, but I think it's
so
true.
Gross. Yeah?
Yeah, I think that's it. That's all I got for now.
Okay.
Are you recording?
Just started recording. Okay. I was accidentally almost going to make a smell comment, not to you. To you, our listeners.
Yeah, she accidentally almost just told me, which would be disgusting, and you would be canceled.
Fiona just put...
Bella would be so upset with you if you were making smell comments outside of the podcast.
For free?
For free?
Which the podcast is free.
She would hate that. I'm sorry.
She would hate that. She would be furious. So Fiona just threw clothes in the washing machine and then shut it and then, like, slammed it shut with a chair, which I don't think you can do. But I think their washing machine would stink so bad. It would smell so mildewy.
It's never ever been cleaned. You know it's never ever been cleaned?
No, it's never been cleaned, and it's the kind that is like a front loader, and it has that huge gasket that you have to like wipe out and clean really thoroughly.
There's visible mold on there all of the time. It's like
Yes.
disgusting. Also, I think their dryer, they're not cleaning that lint trap. It's smelling burny.
Ooh, that's scary. That's a scary smell. Please clean out your lint traps.
Yeah, please clean out your lint traps. It's very important.
It's very serious. Your dryer is very likely to start on fire, just in general.
Yeah, true.
Okay, this might be insane, but what do you think Liam smells like?
Actually, I was thinking about that.
He's a baby.
In the opening montage, I was thinking about that, and I feel like he always has a full diaper.
Yeah, right. That's so sad.
I know.
But, and like, I don't know, what kind of thing, when he's getting like, it's like you have to wash a baby. Like,
Yeah.
Someone has to be like doing that. So like, do you think they're buying baby shampoo? I feel like they're just using like regular body wash on him.
Is that not fine?
I mean, it is. I'm just like coming more from a smell perspective.
Oh, like he
So
smells
it's
like
like-
Axe or something.
Yeah,
Ew,
like
he smells like Axe and poop.
Or he smells like, I don't know, like a florally, like, suave, or like a tropical suave, not like baby shampoo.
Well, we'll need to think about what kind of
Oh, yeah.
body wash they're using, and then
Do you think they're using the boys as Axe?
I
'Cause
think
I
the boys
feel-
use Axe.
No, but I mean, do you think they're using that on the baby because he's a boy? Or do you think Fiona would be like, well, we're using mine?
That's such a good question. I don't know.
We'll have to noodle on it because we'll have to think about what body wash everyone is using.
I think they might use baby wash, Johnson's, whatever.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they're just using regular body wash.
Okay,
I feel like, honestly, I feel like they tried to use the Axe one time and he got a rash. Because babies also have sensitive skin a lot of the time.
yeah, that's why they have special baby wash. But I feel like he smells like Axe and poop because he has a full diaper. Like I feel like he smells like Axe and full diaper.
Yeah, it's even just like one of the boys is like spraying Axe like 2 inches from their chest for like 30 seconds and then they like have to pick him up for something.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You know?
Okay, first I want to say I love the smell of like outside in the winter. I love the smell of winter and snow outside. I just love it.
Yeah.
We talked about it before with the gasoline and whatever, but I just want to reiterate.
Yeah.
I love the smell of like wintry outside. It's so fresh.
Yeah, I agree.
But now we are to Sheila's house. Lip is coming into Sheila's house, and she asks him to put his shoes in a plastic bag, and that was the right choice.
Yeah, I know it's supposed to be like, oh, she's so crazy, but
I don't think she's crazy.
not in this case. No, I think that was a fair choice. Like you're not even allowed to just leave him by the door.
I honestly even think she's sane for like opening up the door with the little chain and being like, "How are
I agree.
you?"
You're some strange boy. Get off of
Yeah,
that porch.
some strange hooligan.
Yeah. Freaking Lip. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, no.
You know that kid's bad news.
What do you think the inside of her house smells like?
I don't know. Like, do you think it smells like a general kind of old ladyish kind of a vibe?
I think it smells like Fabuloso or like a really strong scented cleaner. But I don't think she uses Glade plugins or anything like that. I think it just smells like cleaner. Like, I think it smells like
Oh.
Lysol or like Fabuloso or whatever her preference is. I think it smells like strongly of cleaner.
That's interesting because I actually did not picture it smelling super clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's like she's just agoraphobic. And like I think the shoes is kind of like a unique thing about her.
But I
Because like also she's not really ever depicted as being like cleaning.
I thought she is.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. Or she'll like
Maybe.
talk about how she needs to clean. That's like part of her excuse for her agoraphobia, but I think she is cleaning.
Oh, I just thought that was an excuse. I thought she wasn't actually cleaning.
Oh, no, I think she's cleaning. I mean, her house is like very neat. I think she
It's
is.
very neat for sure.
I think she also is like has sort of a compulsive cleaning element.
Yeah, she does seem like a germaphobe, but I
think that fades throughout the series.
maybe that's it because we have been watching like later.
Yeah, we're like way in at this point.
Yeah, so maybe I just forgot. Huh, interesting.
But yeah, I think the cleaning's more prominent at the beginning. I mean, we'll see. But
I think you really got her with the no Glade plugins, though.
yeah, I think she's not a Glade plug-in person.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's a scented candle person or anything like that. I think it's just the cleaner.
What do you think she as a person smells like?
Oh, I don't know. Do you have any sensory, like...
I don't know.
I think kind of old lady-ish, maybe. Like, powdery, sort of.
Yeah, kind of like powdery, like very clean, but like... Yeah, powdery scent? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I think she smells very hairspray. Like...
Yeah.
Like, she uses a lot of Elnet.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Love that stuff.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think there's that. I guess, what about Karen?
Oh, yeah. Ooh. I don't know.
I think... If she was, like, if you had the kind of, like, classic Bath & Body Works options of, like, a warm vanilla, a cucumber melon, a sweet pea, which one do you think she would be?
I'm calling it as someone who is a cherry blossom queen. I think cherry blossom queen recognizes cherry blossom queen.
Oh, no.
That or sweet pea. And I was also sweet pea head.
I think she would be cherry blossom. I think you're right.
Thank you.
I think you're right.
She just feels like cherry blossom for some reason.
And I feel like she's using the body wash, the lotion, and, like, the body spray.
Oh.
Like, I think she's using all of them. Or,
yeah.
At the very least, like, a Walmart version of that. Even if it's not the Bath & Body Works. It's like she's using...
I think she maybe gets the Bath & Body Works for Christmas.
Yeah, and she'll have it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So she'll, like, have the spray continuously of the name brand.
I do think she has the name brand spray all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I agree. Smell comment, Canon.
Whoa! Back of my water. Canonical smell comment from Fiona. Fiona thinks Lip and Carl in Ian's room stinks.
Yeah.
That's bad.
I bet it does.
That's bad.
Do you think it's the stinkiest room in the house, or do you think the living room is stinkier? I think
this one's stinkier because it's not as aired out.
And it's more BO focused. I think the living room is more like dirt and cigarette and like spilled food, soda, things like that stinky.
Beer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, okay, I think, like, obviously... I don't think they're depicted with, like, opening up the windows, doing the air stuff out or anything. It smells like weed.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I think, like, in the winter, when you open up a door, even if you, like, open it and close it quickly, which they don't seem very diligent on, it really, like, airs things out quickly. Mm-hmm. Especially in the winter. Like, it just, like, the heat, like, sucks out of the room. And the cold air, like, refreshes. So even, I think it would be better in the living room.
Oh, yeah. And it's just, like, it's a bigger room.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of, like, half connected with the kitchen. I think there's, like, more space.
Yeah. And I think the cornucopia of smells in the living room and kitchen area also helps. Where I think their bedroom is just, like, B.O., B.O., B.O.
And marijuana.
Yeah.
It smells like B.O. and weed in there.
Yeah.
And Axe.
And Axe.
Ugh, that's nasty.
So it's a smaller bouquet.
Yeah, a smaller bouquet. Also, while she's in the boys' room, she takes their frickin' axe and she uses it while she's getting ready to go out and go to the club.
Canonical axe.
Canonical axe. And her hair's wet.
It's crazy. You can't go to the club with wet hair.
What do you think her hair smells like?
Oh. I don't know. Do you have I don't know. I'm not prepared.
I feel like... I don't know. I kind of feel like it might be like coconut.
Ooh,
like a coconut herbal essences, yeah, or like an Aussie or something like. Oh, yeah. I think she would like Aussie.
Mm-hmm. Aussie was like the hot girl. Mm-hmm. I always thought that was the hot girl shampoo and conditioner.
Or the herbal essences after their rebrand, and the bottles got slim and skinty. I loved those bottles.
I loved those.
I don't know if they still have them.
I don't think so. They rebranded back to the old bottles, I think.
They did. Oh, you're so right.
Because we have chic for some reason.
I know. I loved those other ones. I love the orange color of those.
Yeah, and I love how they flipped the top.
Yes!
Oh, the blue one was so good.
That's what I was picturing. That blue coconut bottle. That's what I was picturing for Fiona.
Yes.
Or
was that
Aussie,
coconut scented?
Mm-hmm. I think it was like a coconut or like a tropical, but I think it was like coconut.
Okay, so we're in the club. Fiona's dancing. Whatever. Her purse gets stolen. And then she's running, chasing after the guy. And Jimmy Steve boofs. He runs into a server and gets doused in drinks. And I think we need to remember that going forward.
That is such a good point.
Covered in like these big sugary, like they're in fancy glasses and they're multiple colors and it's like everything's very fancy. Covered in sugar.
Disgusting.
And also, she steps over him and her crotch, she's wearing like a short little tight dress and her crotch goes like right over his head.
I thought it was Veronica that stepped over him.
I thought I saw her blue dress.
I think that was in front of him, and I think Veronica stepped over him.
Okay, that's a lot less scary. I was gonna say R.I.P. to him because I don't think that's a good smell. Like, she's in the club, like dancing.
She did just shower, though.
Yeah, she did just shower.
But how problematic do we want to get?
Okay, as someone who has an IUD, and since I've gotten the IUD like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I have gotten a lot of that, like yeast infections, and I had BV, so I can speak for the community.
Speak for the BV queens, yeah. I never got yeast infections or BV or anything before I got my IUD. That's like the one downer of it.
No, I had like one maybe.
Yeah, where it's like basically like never.
Yeah. But part of the inspiration of this podcast is really, we think her vagina's boofing. She's got something and we think she's not taking care of it. And
Also,
that is stinky even after you just took a shower. So if you're stinky and you just took a shower,
that's true.
that's a medical problem.
That's a medical problem. Or you didn't wash.
It's not shaming. Yeah, or you didn't wash well.
Yeah.
But I think she washes herself normal. Well,
Do you think?
do you think she's like, well, what do you think? Do you think she's
I think she's not like really washing herself out. I don't think she's like scrubbing her body.
you don't think so?
No.
I think she's going to town with a washcloth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A musty washcloth, though,
Oh,
right?
speaking of washcloths,
Yeah.
in the last episode, I said I feel like not using a washcloth is like 20 years old. I really think it's like 10 years old.
I think that's
I think
right.
it's a
I
very-
think that's what you meant.
Very new phenomena.
I wouldn't 1000% agree on that. But
I think not always clean.
Do you think she sometimes has a clean washcloth? I don't think so. I feel like if it was between her and Steve, I think Steve's more likely to have a clean washcloth.
Well, of course.
Okay, good. As long as we're on the same page.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's all I
Do you think
was.
she's a loofah head or something?
Yeah, she could be into a loofah, but she's like gets one once a year at Christmas.
I don't even know if she's getting a new one at
Dee
Christmas.
gives her one.
Yeah. Yes. That is it.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, we have determined that it was probably V who stepped over him. Like, in very crotch stepping over him. But if it was Fiona, I think that would have been an unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
I think it would have been pungent.
Yeah, I agree. And again, not judging. I don't know.
No, not
We've all
shaming.
been there.
It happens to me. It's happened to me a lot over the last year and a half.
But I feel like her issues, I feel like she's not taking care of it.
Exactly.
Also, she's fucking guys who are like dirty and unwashed.
Yeah, unwashed.
Unwashed.
Yeah. Okay, emergency. I didn't finish my thought. I don't think V has a stinky vagina. I think she's clean.
Oh, I agree.
I think she's clean and uninfected.
Yeah. I think she's clean, uninfected, also washed.
Yeah. Yeah, clean as in I meant washed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you mean like clean of STDs?
No. I mean, yeah, I think she's clean of STDs, but also I think, like, clean, like, no infections, no, like...
Yeah,
but also, like, washes her body. Because she could just be, like, clean vagine, but stinky body.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's what when I thought it was Fiona, that's what I thought her situation pretty much was. Is like, even if you just took a shower,
okay.
if you have BV, it's still gonna be stinky.
Ugh, that's the worst.
It feels really bad as someone who's experienced that. It doesn't feel good. But there's no shame in it, but you gotta take care of it.
Yeah, you gotta call the doctor. At least get yourself some boric acid or some, Whatever, you know where to go. Not us, not here. Don't take medical advice from us.
Okay, V is stitching up Jimmy Steve or something. I don't know why.
Well, at this point, what do we know his name is?
I don't know if we know. I don't know if they've said it for us, the viewers.
Oh, okay.
But whatever. V is saying she laughed so hard she peed. And
Yeah, she was like,
sitting,
I almost peed, or I might have a little, or something like that.
She said she did.
Yeah.
She said I did. And she's stitching up Jimmy Steve. She's sitting on the couch. He's sitting on the floor in front of her.
Like, are your Do you smell like pee? Even if it was just like a few drops, like, what's gonna smell?
She's wearing a short dress.
She's wearing a short dress.
Her, like, legs are spread and he's sitting in between them.
Like, you're gonna smell that.
Yeah.
As Jimmy Steve. And he was being a gentleman, not mentioning it. Also, I just want to cut in really quick. I feel like Fiona's hair smells musty.
Now?
Just in general.
Oh. Why?
I feel like she gets her hair wet and then she puts on, like, a hat or something, and it just, like, I feel like it's kind of
gross, I do that. Or, like, put it up in a ponytail or a bun.
Oh, yeah. I do that one.
Yeah.
Or it's like you go to bed with it sopping wet.
Yes, I have done that recently.
Where it's, like, nasty.
Sorry, to go back to the BB comments, I just want to say, whenever we're talking about a smell, we're not judging.
Yeah, it's not judgmental. We've all had beer pussy. It's fine.
We've all had beer pussy. We're just immersing ourselves in the world.
Yeah, it's just we find it, like, interesting to really talk about what things people might have.
Yeah.
It's not with judgment. There's nothing wrong with you if you have BB, but we do want you to get it checked out by a doctor, preferably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we care about your health. We want you to be healthy.
Yeah. Just like the diabetes PSA.
Just like the diabetes PSA. PSA.
PSA.
I have a comment. It's not scent related. Well, I have two. One, it's very dark in here now. I know this is an audio podcast and you can't see, but it's very dark in here now. It just started to storm.
This is how dark I think it should be. Whenever I'm listening to a podcast, this is how dark it is in my head.
For the
ambiance. This kind of ambiance. Maybe slightly more candles. We only have one candle going
more
right
candles.
Now.
Like 20 candles.
No, maybe slightly. No. Well, sometimes. It depends on the podcast. But it doesn't have to be 20 candles. It could be, like, 3 candles.
Yeah, but I want it to be, like, low lighting and for it to be, like, warm lighting like that. No fluorescent lights.
Yeah, but this dark, pretty much.
Yeah. But anyways, I wanted to say, I want to address Fiona and Jimmy Steve. We confirmed his name is Steve. But we're going to continue to call him Jimmy Steve. Fiona and Jimmy Steve's heights. Because right now, they're basically, like, eye to eye, and Fiona's wearing these big heels. So how... Because Fiona seems kind of, like, tallish to me. How tall do you think Fiona and Jimmy Steve are?
Sorry, I need to turn down the brightness on my laptop because I can't see you and it's making it hard to focus. Okay.
Oh, no, I can't see you. Because you turned on the brightness.
And now I'm darkening in the corner. Also, I don't know if you can hear the rain ambiance or if there might be some thunder. That also adds to the podcast to me. I think this is the environment a podcast should be recorded in. What was the question?
How tall do you think Fiona and Jimmy Steve are, respectively? Seeing that they're essentially, like, eye to eye right now with her big ass heels.
I have no idea.
Because he doesn't seem like he's, like, 6'1". I feel like they're, like, always the same height. Because, I don't know, she seems like she's, like, 5'9", and then if she's wearing, like, 4-inch heels...
Do you think she's 5'9"? I think she's 5'7" or 5'8".
Oh, maybe 5'7" or 5'8". But then, still, she's, like, 5'11", 6 foot. And I don't think he is. He seems like he's 5'9", max.
Yeah, because this is back in the day when, like, there was a big platform on a heel, too, and you would... Like, it was pretty normal to wear, like, 5-inch heels. Yeah. 5 or 6-inch heels.
Exactly.
I don't know.
And I feel like, at any point,
they're always
eye to eye.
Yeah.
I feel like he's, like, 5'8", maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I think he seems kind of, like, 5'8"-ish.
That's it. I just noticed it. I know it's not smell-related. I apologize.
Ooh, well, I actually have something to say about smells if you're going to stop it. I was going to wait until the end of the scene, but... Because they're going to, like, fuck on the kitchen floor.
Yeah.
And
sticky.
Okay, so she's like picking up those little cardboard baskets of fries that you get from a takeout place.
Mm-hmm.
And she drops them on the ground, and they're gonna like fuck in this kitchen. Could you like fuck on the ground of a kitchen with garbage next to you?
No,
I don't think I could.
I don't know. Ugh. And they're just like, like under their cabinets, like where that little like kickboard is. That's so dirty.
Yeah.
It's so much crumbs. It's like sticky. It's like perma-dirty.
As someone who just vacuumed around that area of our home, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I think theirs is worse than ours.
Oh, no, I think it's
absolutely
worse.
Because ours gets cleaned very occasionally, but theirs never gets cleaned. Like, literally ever. They're never getting in the corners.
And there's a huge difference between cleaning something not enough, cleaning it rarely, and never cleaning it.
Yeah. Ooh, also another call out I kind of want to make while we're in the kitchen area is one thing I love about this show. I feel like I noticed it especially around like maybe season 4 or so, but their cabinets are so realistic.
Oh.
Like the cabinets that they chose, the doors, the hardware, the like dirtiness and kind of like dinginess and like paint chippedness.
Yes.
Is perfect and phenomenal. Like they really did such a great job with like the set styling.
Yes.
It's so realistic. Even like in one of the early episodes, I remember there's like a bunch of shit on the stove and they like have to move it off to like cook, and it's like, that's so real. That's so real. Oh, she wants to talk. Also, I'm sorry. No freaking condoms in sight. I don't want to sound like a prudy Judy, but I freaking am. Don't fuck some random nasty guy from the club.
No. That will fuck up your pH.
Or do and use a condom.
Or do and use a condom.
It's fine if you do, but like you need to practice safe sex. I feel like people don't talk about condoms enough anymore. I feel like there was such a big push for like using condoms, whatever, and I feel like it's like really fallen off. Condoms are so important.
And not using a condom can mess up your pH. It's not even just about the diseases. It's not even just about the risk of pregnancy. It can mess up your pH, which will be stinky later. And that is the message of our podcast. Okay, this is going to take us an eon to get through because Fiona, so Jimmy Steve's sitting on his little rumpus right in front of like a little, like there's a little side table next to the counter. He's sitting on his little rumpus with his back against it. And Fiona's riding him. And she is nose level with a whole bunch of garbage on that table.
I know, not to sound like such a fucking bitch, but like, oh my god, how could you like focus? How is your mind staying in this?
Okay, and like that would, I mean, the stinkiness alone, nevertheless, like the visual
Literally
impact.
just like the sensory of like there's old garbage on your counter.
Well, and there was also a juice that like they're fucking and it's shaking this little counter thing and it falls off. And you can hear that sloshing.
And you're just letting it, like, dribble. Because you know also their floor is not even.
No.
It's not. That's, like, dribbling, like, halfway across the house.
Ugh. And when something spills, you can smell it more. And that's, like, a juicy thing. Like,
yeah.
You get this hit of, like, old juice that's been out. Ugh, I don't like it.
So freaking nasty. It's not getting cleaned up.
No. Okay, so
Whoa, rain just got real loud for a second.
Okay, so we talk a lot about the smells of this show, and something I just realized is that, like, it smells like pussy. Like, it smells like they've been having sex, and then they open the door to the cop, Fiona's ex-boyfriend, and it, like, wafts out. But then, also, the cop drags in Frank. And so you're standing there, and you're like, I know it smells like I've been fucking in here.
Yeah.
And now my dad's on the kitchen floor. Like, that's gross. Is that embarrassing? That would be a really uncomfortable social situation for me.
I also would not love that. What do you think Tony smells like?
Do you have a thought?
Not really. I think he would kind of smell like basic man. I don't know. Like, I feel like he would smell like clean. But honestly, I feel like he might wear like a cologne. But like just a few spritzes. Just like 1 or 2 spritzes. Like, he's not overdoing it at all.
I think he is cleaner than these people, obviously, but I think he's not a shower everyday person.
Oh.
I think he looks like a shower everyday person, but I don't think he is for real.
He does. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so a dog just peed. We are going to jump back to Kev and the bar. But they just had a dog that, like, sniffed and, like, peed. And yes, how do you think they make them do it on demand? I wonder if they just, like, spray either dog pee or something, like, artificial dog pee on it that makes the dog want to pee there.
Well, we didn't see stream.
That's true.
So maybe they can just train them to, like, lift their leg up.
But I wonder how you train them to do that. But I bet they can.
They can train them to do all kinds of things, it seems like.
I just, like, don't understand how they train dogs to do things. It's like, how do they know to do it? Like, I know they train them to, like, do the behavior and they give them treats and, like, I understand that, but especially, like, you know, when there's that trick they'll do where, like, a dog, you go, like, bang, bang, and then they die and they, like, fall on the floor. It's like, how do you start to train for that? Like, what behavior do you start with?
I mean, I think you just start with, like, laying down, but you just use the command bang. And then I think you introduce the, like, hand thing.
Oh, but how do you introduce, like, the rolling?
I think you just train them to, like, lay down and then roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I wonder how you train a dog to
Because, like...
lift its leg.
Well, and its legs seem to be lifted really high. That's also kind of why I think it was not a real pee.
Uh-huh.
I think it was just a leg lift trick.
Also, I heard somewhere that dogs lifting their leg to pee is, like, a learned behavior. Like, they learn it from other dogs. Like, dogs will naturally squat to pee. But if they're around other dogs, but I also don't know if that's true. That could be false information.
I've heard it's a marking thing, and it doesn't empty their bladder as much.
Oh.
But not that it's, like, learned behavior.
Oh.
Like, it's an instinctual marking thing.
Maybe that's what it is. It's about being around other dogs, even if it's not learned.
Yeah, like, not a social behavior, but it's about being around other dogs, yeah.
Interesting. You want to get into Kev?
Actually, I have another thing to say about pee. So sorry, this is not intended to be a pee cast. But, I've also heard that men, when they stand to pee, it doesn't empty their bladder fully.
I've heard that too. That's not good for your, like, pelvic floor or whatever.
Yeah. So another...
Yeah, I've heard it can also put strain on the hips. If you're, like, pushing your hips forward.
Oh.
The way a lot do. Where, in a way that, like, doesn't strain your hips if, like, you're just standing. But, like, when you stand to pee, you, like, push your hips
I would
forward.
hope you're pushing your hips forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but I can strain them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. I don't know how much you know about this topic, but, like, why? Are they taking such a long pee?
Well, I think it's just, like, a repeated movement of, like, holding your body in a strained way, like, multiple times a day, every single day for your whole life, basically.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I think it's just, like, a little build-up.
10 seconds.
Like, and I don't think it, like, is, like...
Not like it's, like, a sprained ankle or something where it's, like, hurting, but, like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, like, it gives you more, like, tension in your hips that you wouldn't otherwise have.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You ready to go on to Kev now?
Yes, Kev in the bar. He's got his hair slicked back.
He's got his little chain on, his black t-shirt.
He's fresh and clean. I think he smells great in this stinky, stinky bar.
Oh, me too. Oh,
And
I
he's
love
so
Kev.
hot.
Kev is so hot, especially these early seasons.
Yes.
Oh, it breaks my heart when he gets his hair cut.
Yeah, but he's fresh and clean. Obviously, I think the alibi reeks to high heaven. I think it smells like pee. I think it smells like beer. I think it just... They don't serve food. Right?
Nah, I don't think so. I think they have, like, their little things of peanuts, but I don't know that they have food in earnest. Well, actually, I feel like maybe there's an episode and someone's, like, coming from the back that was supposed to be, like, a cook, but then I feel like that, like, goes away.
Yeah, well, and no one's ever, like, seen eating food, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are no additional food smells. But there are, like, booths.
Yeah.
I feel like usually they don't have booths.
If it's booths, you have, like, food.
Yeah.
But I do think you're right. Back to Kev. I do think he smells great. He's hot.
I think he smells great in this stinky, stinky place. But I think it just degenerates over time and over the course of the night, and then he leaves smelling really stinky.
I bet he comes home, he smells fucking horrible. I bet he makes him take a shower fucking immediately.
Yeah, I hope so.
Ugh, I can't imagine. Okay, so Karen's dad. Thoughts, feelings, opinions.
This is going to be the longest episode in the world. But Karen's dad, so we had initially differing opinions, but I think I've come around to you. I think he showers every day, so I was like, oh, I think he smells pretty good. But your opinion?
My opinion, I think he smells sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he smells, I don't know, like, I think you're right that he, like, showers every day, but I think he smells, like, kind of sweaty and bad and like an old man.
Yes, and then I was like, but why are old men so gross? Like, what's the deal?
What's up with their line food? And then, what did I say?
That it's like...
Oh, I know. And then I was like, I think it's them, like, not taking care of themselves, like, not eating healthy, not exercising, and being mean. And I think that's bad for you, and I think it comes out of your pores.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not that you can't be stinky and be a good person.
Yeah, you can totally be stinky.
It happens to the best of us, but, like, I don't know. I feel like it is, like, I think that's why they smell like that and why they're like that.
Yeah.
No offense to all the old men who are listening.
Yeah,
love you, kisses. Bet you smell great. I bet you smell like Irish Spring.
Ooh, yes. Oh my gosh. We have so many old male listeners and they're all smell like Irish Spring.
R.I.P. to you guys. This will be the longest episode in history, but Jimmy Steve ordered her a washer and dryer sent to her house, which, okay, I just want to say, I would love that. I would love that so much. That's such a real man thing to do, to be like, I'm just sending you a washer and dryer, and they're gonna install it, and...
Our predominantly male listenership.
That's what you gotta
like
do.
Irish Spring, I know they would all do this.
They would all do this. Oh, and we love you guys for that.
And that's why we love you, our listeners.
And that's why you're here to listen and get these good tips.
Yes.
Because, like, don't do that as a present.
No.
But it's, like, nice as, like, in, like, this. Where it's, like, this is truly, like, a gift to you, but it's not for your birthday.
Yes, not a gift for an occasion.
Yeah.
As a gift, just, like, loose. It's, like, so it's not a burden anymore.
Whoa. Sorry.
Some really wild things are happening over here.
But also, I do want to say it is a Samsung, and Jimmy Steve would get a freaking Samsung washer and dryer. Those are, I've heard, not great.
No, I agree, but also this was a different era for Samsung, and I don't think people knew that yet. I think they just thought it was, like, hot and chic.
Yeah, and I think he was like, oh, this is probably, like, one of the most expensive ones, and the most, like, high-tech ones.
Yeah, it's, like, fancy and high-tech.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree, so I see why he bought it. But also, can you imagine bringing a Samsung washer-dryer in there? Whirlpool. Maytag. I'm sorry, or is Maytag?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's what they need. They need something heavy-duty and serious.
Yeah, something real.
Something that will clean close.
Absolutely. I just want to reiterate that I would be in love with someone if they did this to me.
Oh
Like,
my
I would
God.
be as sprung as fucking Fiona. We're going to make fun of her later when we get on to further episodes and be like, let him go, and we're going to harp on that so bad. But please be in our comments harassing us saying, but remember the washing machine.
Remember
because
the
I would never
washing
forget the
machine.
washing machine if someone did this to me.
No, I would love them forever.
Yeah.
I would literally love them forever.
I would be absolutely sprung until the day that I died. Okay, the Samsung washer delivery man, I think he smells so, like, cold, you can't discern a smell on him.
I think you're so right.
But I think when you get him in there and he starts to thaw off, I think he smells, I feel like it's a warm, like, praline scent.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Fun.
You can't talk to someone on the phone, especially in this era, while you're in a car wash.
You can't do it now. There's not magic.
Actually, one time I did talk to our other sister, on the phone in the car wash, and she heard me fine, but we were also
Really?
on the same street, and I think that helped.
Oh. Because I have been to a car wash and I can't even get the internet on my phone.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
consider
usually
it a
it doesn't
meditative
work.
experience when I go to the car wash.
I feel like usually it doesn't work, but we were literally on the same street. She was at... And I was at the gas station. Or not the gas station.
Oh,
the
I know.
car wash.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Not a gas station
Okay.
car wash. A real car wash.
You were at the big car wash on that street?
Not here in town. In
Oh,
another.
somewhere else?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
By where I live. Or not by where I live, by where I work. Wow.
Okay, I was going to say because we are by where you live.
We are in where you live. It's your home.
Yeah.
So sorry. I'm talking's tough. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big sensory experience, though.
Like, especially in this time, I don't think you could talk on a cell phone
No.
in a car wash.
But your car phone. That would
But
be
your
fine.
call phone that you could do.
Oh, wait, no. Real quick. I love the smell of the car wash.
Ooh,
It smells so good.
Oh, I want to get my car so bad just to smell, but it's been raining so much lately.
Yeah, it's been raining so much. Like, what's even the point?
And I need the freaking Rain-X on my car.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Wow, there's so much we didn't even have time to discuss.
No, we're gonna have to
lip
do.
smells, freaking.
We're gonna have to
Debbie.
do an entire breath-isode. Just going through how everyone's breath smells.
And it's it has to be a Monica episode,
Yes,
of course.
absolutely.
Obviously, you guys know why.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow, there's just like so much we didn't even get to. We didn't even really talk about these smells. Do you want to talk about these smells? Maybe that'd be our closing thoughts and feelings. We like mentioned her. A
I
few
was
times,
gonna actually sing a little ditty about Jimmy Steve.
but- Oh, okay, go ahead.
Now I'm kind of nervous. I wanted to sing He Stopped Loving Her Today by George Jones.
Okay, I would love to hear it.
Oh, I'm not going to.
You just like to sing it?
No,
but
I'm
you
too
won't?
nervous. Yeah.
Okay. About Jimmy Steve.
That's just how I feel.
Okay, look it up.
Yeah, look it up. That's how I feel about Jimmy Steve post washing machine. And I think we all need to remember that
Yeah, I think we really
when we're
need to hold
talking
on
shit
to
about
that.
him in the future.
We also never circled back to him after all the drinks were spilled on him.
Yes. Yes.
Because, okay, so all the drinks spilled on him, then him and Fiona were porking. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel
Ew.
like it was not great smells at the end of the night, but I feel like he felt really exhilarated. Also, was he wearing a jacket?
Don't recall. Yeah, I think so.
Because that would have, like, ruined his jacket.
Yeah.
to have those, like, sugary, like, drinks on it, and then it's sitting, like, probably all night at least. He definitely didn't rush home and
In London.
rinse
Well,
it
would
out.
that ruin it?
I feel like sugar and alcohol would be, like, very bad for a jacket.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I guess I don't remember what material it was made out of, but, I mean, the sugar would make it sticky, which I feel like could, I don't know, do something to it, but the alcohol, I think, would, like, really be bad. I feel like that could, like, discolor it.
I think it was just black, wasn't it?
Yeah, which I feel like would make it worse and more likely to be discolored.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was just like a polyester black jacket.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Well,
We'll see if it pops up again.
we'll see if it pops up again. I was picturing in my head a leather jacket.
Oh.
Because he wears a leather jacket other times, but that might have not been what he was wearing at the club. But I was picturing his leather jacket because I was like, sugar and like alcohol.
Oh,
like, juice on that would get.
Now I get what you're saying, because I was like, Curl, it's like polyester. Like, what is
Yeah, like that I
damaging
don't
it?
think would be a big deal. It's like, just throw it in the washing machine.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I was thinking. Like, after you wash it, it'll be fine. Like, it would be really stinky and nasty for sure, and very sticky. A lot of sensory experiences. But yeah, no, a leather jacket. I totally get what you're saying now.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, I don't even think it would necessarily, like, ruin a leather jacket, but I think you would have to, like, carefully clean it.
Yeah, it would discolor it, for sure.
Yeah, I guess I don't even know if it would, like, discolor it as much as, like, maybe, like, remove some of the dye.
Yeah. Yeah, because you watch those, do you ever watch those videos on TikTok? There's a guy who, like, he's a he makes leather bags and, like, leather stuff, and then he reviews like leather handbags.
I've seen those. He like fully takes it apart.
He fully takes it apart and he tells you all about it, and he's like, this is this kind of leather and this, that, and the other. And he does a little part where he tests like the finish on it, and he puts alcohol on it, and he like scrapes it off and sees like, is it a really thick waxy thing? Is it like a very light finish? He prefers that it's a lighter finish.
And like, I get that, like, the alcohol in a drink is different than, like, I don't know, probably, like, rubbing alcohol or whatever he uses. Like, I get those are, like, kind of different.
But if it's, like 5 drinks, 5, like, heavy vodka drinks, and some of them could be doubles and all that.
Well, that's what I was thinking. And then I feel like that plus sugar or, like, juice would be bad.
Yeah.
I feel like those things, like, interacting sitting on a jacket would be a disaster.
Yeah, so if it is a leather jacket, it's screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other closing thoughts and feelings we want to talk about?
Oh, did you want to talk about V, or did we want to get into that? I feel like we should do... There are more V-centered episodes, or, like, V and Kev-centered episodes.
Yeah, where we can talk about them more. And we also got to talk about, like, their house.
Yes.
And stuff like that, because we haven't seen their house yet in the show.
No, we haven't.
I mean, I guess we saw their room. But
When they're in their bed, yeah.
yeah, but that doesn't really count.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I love Kevin V.
I know, I love him too. It's so dark in here now.
Yeah, it's gotten really, really quite dark. Yeah.
I don't know, any other final closing thoughts and feelings related to the show or not?
Related to the show, related to our show, I have a closing thought and feeling. I feel like we referred too much. I feel like we're talking too much to our listeners.
Okay.
I wonder if that's what's throwing off the flow.
Oh, yeah, I know. You felt like it was weird flow at the beginning,
Because
but I feel like we got into it when we started ignoring them as they should be.
Exactly. And I think we need to ignore them because they're creepy losers. No, I don't want to call them losers, but they're... I don't want to call them losers, but they're like creepy perverts.
You're creepy perverts, and we love you for that.
And they smell good. Like, they smell like Irish Spring.
They all smell like Irish Spring.
Yeah.
Old Spice deodorant. And we love you for that.
Do you think saying that is going to dox us?
Wait, why?
I feel like that's so custom to us.
I don't know. We can take it out. We should bleep it.
Let's bleep it.
Do you think my shirt will dox me? Do you think it's too custom?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I think it might, but we can leave it in. I'll take that risk.
That's very brave of you.
Yeah, I can't wait for our next episode.
Yay. No closing thoughts, feelings?
I don't think so. I think we kind of got into it all. We kind of talked a lot in this one.
It's too dark to use our thumbs up system. We're literally sitting in the dark, and we have one small candle.
Like, very teeny tiny. Like, when it was full size, it was, like, less than 4 inches tall, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess to sign off, if you had a twin,
I would still choose you.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Also, just checking in. the first episode, do you guys think there was a lot of pee talk? Too much pee talk? We've heard from sources that some might think there was too much pee talk. So,
Well, no, he didn't. He said a lot.
which I think implied it was too much. He didn't use the words too much, but he said there was a lot of pee talk. So we would love to get your feedback, but only if it's positive.
But I feel like the person who gave us feedback on the amount of pee talk is the only person who's probably going to give us feedback on this.
That's a good point. Well, I guess we'll never know. The world may never
What if we
know.
have one more listener and we have 4 listeners next time? 4 non-us listeners.
Well, I don't know.
Then we'll be famous.
Then we'll be famous. Well,
Wow. Yeah, let us know on the amount of pee talk you think is normal for a podcast.
love you. Kisses. Bye.
Love you. Kisses. Bye.
Oh no, we can always leave that out.
Oops.